What's going on, everyone? My name's AJ, and today we're going to be reviewing the Nocta Hot Step Air Terra. So this shoe released in March of this year, and it retailed at $180. I was able to get it at retail from Nocta.com, and I did cop it in the black colorway, but it also did come in this white colorway. Same silhouette, just different color. It comes in this Nocta specific box, which is half brown, half gray, and there's a black line that kind of separates those two colors. On the lid, there is a swoosh logo. On the side, there is a Nocta logo. On the other side, it says CL AWR, copy left, all wrongs reversed. And the box label says Hot Step Air Terra / Nike, and the colorway is black / chrome - bright cactus. Once we open the box, there are two types of tissue paper. There is this kind of gray colored tissue paper, and then on the inside of that tissue paper, there's a standard white tissue paper. And I noticed that it did not come with any extra laces, so this shoe specifically just had those standard black laces on it. Now onto the shoes itself. It is an all black shoe. On some of the side panelings here, you can see that the insert is white, so they didn't make it tonal. For example, you can see the inside of that. It's not necessarily a black, but you can see that there's white on those side panels. The upper is all leather all around the shoe, with the exception of some of the metallic details that you see. And there is just a lot of textures throughout the shoe, which is primarily in leather. The midsole is a mixture of hard foam, which is on this back here, and a little bit of softer foam, but still pretty much a hard foam or all full foam midsole. I found that the inside of the midsole is pretty interesting because it has that swoosh motif just repeated on the inside there. And we do have the air bubble system, where on the box it said that it had a lime. And the outsole is a rubber outsole, and it is black, but it also has some blue rubber there, which looks kind of icy. I think it's pretty cool. The outsole, almost like the whole shoe, is just rubber textures, whether it be these spikes and different kind of textures throughout the rubber. I did notice that it also is just like a really flat shoe. There's not necessarily an arch, but the arch is actually built in. So on the left shoe, the bottom has a denotation where it just says CL G-Tech detail on the outsole as well, and that's in this metallic treatment. Same with the other shoe, it just has that G-Tech denotation and then AWR. CL on the left shoe and AWR on the right shoe. There are metallic hits all over the shoe, whether it be the front of the shoe, where it has that Nocta icon logo in black. It's a plastic metallic detail. On the tongue of the shoe, we have this swoosh here, right next to the toe box. On the sides of the shoe, right where the laces go. And closer to the back of the shoe, we have another swoosh and this metallic on both back panels, as well as a G-Tech symbol in that same metallic. And on the tongue, the inside just has the size label where it says the size and other information like a QR code. The insoles share that same, almost the color of the tissue paper, but more so on the actual Nocta baby blue side. It just has the Nocta logo icons, says Nocta in white, and it has a swoosh down there, and it's all on that baby blue insole. And if we take out the insole, I noticed that there is an exaggerated arch. So that arch is actually really prominent when you look at the insole, because it goes from flat and then there's like a super crazy arch, and that kind of does affect the way the shoe fits on your foot. Because even if you look at it from this angle, it goes,
oh my god, he on X Games mode.
if you have flat feet, the shoe and insole may be a problem, but you could always fix that by just putting in your own orthopedic insole. And some final touches is that the tongue has some leather there that encloses the laces. This shoe almost reminds me of like a 2000 styled basketball shoe, like a Reebok with some running influences, or even reminds me a little bit of the Jordan 14 in a crazy way because of the paneling and everything. But I understand that this is based off the Nike Air Terra silhouette itself, so it does not necessarily have any real basketball influence, but it just looks like that to me. As far as the sizing and the fit, I got this in a size 10, and I will say that it definitely does fit a little bit narrow, but it does fit true to size. I showed you the insole earlier. It is a little bit on the tighter side, I would say. And if you do have a chance to try it on, you would probably want to size up if you have a wider foot. So if you have a wider foot and you wear a size 10, you'd maybe go to like a 10.5 or even an 11. In my case, these still fit okay on me. So there is a major arch in this shoe, so no arch support is needed. Not sure if you would like this shoe if you had a flat foot, because even the way you look at it there, the profile is just straight flat. The arch is built in to the shoe itself, and it's flat. And I wore this with a pair of Stay Cool shorts, which are really colorful, and some white Nike socks, and also wore it with a pair of 100 Thieves black joggers, which are more on the skinny / tapered side. I personally think they look really dope with joggers or a skinnier sweatpant something like that. Shorts, they look okay too, and you could even wear them with jeans, but personally, the shoe almost looks like a training shoe. Like if you were a personal trainer, you'd probably wear this shoe and it would look really stylish. It's not necessarily the most eye-catching shoe as far as a weekend look or you trying to look fashionable compared to like a Dunk or like an Air Force One, because it is more of a active wear looking shoe, like a running shoe. Now into the pros. I'm gonna say that the first pro is that these shoes are really underrated. I personally like them a lot in this black colorway because I had a lot of Reebok above the rims, ATRs, or even Allen Iverson Reeboks where it reminded me of this shoe. And when I was a kid, I was only able to get like one pair of shoes the whole year, and that's kind of why my whole shoe obsession probably started. But in any case, this shoe has very high materials, whether it be the leather all around the shoe, the metallic hits, and even the icy details on the bottom and all that rubber and additional metallic details. All of the details are really interesting and well done, but the shoe is very low key. So that's a pro for some, a con for some others. And I think that this shoe and colorway in specific is really slept on and underrated. A lot of folks would probably want the white one compared to this one. And personally, I'm probably gonna pick up the white one because I love this black colorway a lot. Another pro is that these are pretty stylish, whether it's like working out or more of that active wear trainer running shoe look. This looks really dope because it's different. It's a different kind of style compared to the typical Air Max 1s, Air Max 90s, all those other Air Max that you see. It's a less known Nike silhouette, the Nike Air Hot Step Air Terra, basically the Air Terra. If you like it, you like it. It's one of those things where it looks better in person, in my opinion. It almost has the shape of like a Cortez based on the narrowness, that's not even a word, how narrow the shoe is. And in my opinion, I really like how the shoe looks. I like how it looks on feet more than in pictures and video. And like I said earlier, it is a little bit different and kind of strays away from what's popular or really mainstream right now. And I like that because it is very unique, but that is also my first con. This shoe is a very unpopular silhouette. You could probably get this on the resale market for a fair price, almost closer if not lower than retail. And the reason for that is not a lot of people like how this shoe looks. Some folks would rather get like a popular Yeezy shoe, Adidas shoe, or Nike running shoe, and I understand that sentiment. Granted, this is more of a limited or hype release based on the Nocta name, but in that case, it doesn't mean that people will like it more just because it is Nocta. It is a different silhouette that not a lot of people know or have seen a lot, so they're not gonna think it's as cool as the other Nike shoes that you would typically see. And that was my other con. For some reason, these shoes are harder to get from a general release just because they are Nocta. You could probably find them still at some retailers, but at the time of this recording, you can still get them at a fair price from like GOAT or some other third-party sites. And my last con is that these are uncomfortable for some. Like I said earlier, it is extremely flat, and for some folks, they may not like that, so I would highly suggest trying these on before you purchase them. All in all, I'm gonna say that the Nike Hot Step Air Terra is Drake's low-key iteration of a Nike lifestyle shoe with running shoe and basketball inspirations. Well, at least a basketball inspiration in my eyes. But what do you guys think about this shoe? Leave a comment below. Once again, my name's AJ. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, or even notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let go. Peace. Live yours.